So, earlier when we left my good friend S, she was leaving me completely hanging and not being a friend. I did have a chance to get her back, which I chose not to do, and I was a good friend later. You know, S, she was a great person. Loved her to death, but we all have weaknesses. Mine back then was drugs and alcohol. Hers was older married men. And I would not see her for weeks at a time while she was carrying on with some older married man. At one point, she had taken up with this guy who led the house band at a local club. And she was good friends with him. She was good friends with his wife too, because that's what she did. She had to. It was part of it for her was also being good friends with the wife. And I told her one time, there's just something broken inside of you. But she calls me and she's like, well, you need to come out with us. We're going to go and hang out at the club and then go back to the dude's house afterwards. And I'm like, you know, I hadn't heard from you for weeks, and now you're calling me to go. You know, you're a good friend. I'm going to go hang. She said, yeah, just come over and park at the dorms at Wesleyan, and you can ride with me. So I did, and we go, and sure enough, you know, we have a good old time at the bar, and later we go out to the dude's house, and I noticed the dude's wife's not there. So I was like, well, that's odd. And I noticed we hang out, and we get just wasted at the guy's house, and eventually it's just S, the dude, and me, and I slowly realized what's going on, what my role in this was, which was S staying over at the dude's house while the wife was out of town by herself wasn't going to fly with the wife. But S and her boyfriend, that's an entirely different thing. So I was like, all right, whatever. And I'm not having to pay to get drunk and high, so I'm going to go along with it. And eventually, it's late. And I'm going to pass out on the couch. I get a blanket. I'm laying down. I'm just about asleep when I feel. And I open my eyes, and there's S standing over me. She's like, man, I forgot my toothbrush. I'm like, why are you telling me this? She's like, I have to have my toothbrush. I said, just use the dude's. She's like, well, that's gross. I said, well, considering what else of his is going to be in your mouth, what are you worried about? She's like, I got to have my toothbrush. I said, well, go get your fucking toothbrush. She's like, I'm too fucked up to drive. I said, I am just as fucked up as you. She goes, but you drive better when you're high. I said, there's no fucking way that I'm driving from Warner Robins, where the dude's house was, back to Macon so you can get your goddamn toothbrush and then drive him back out here. This is not going to happen. So 10 minutes later, I'm driving her back to her dorm, and she's fucking with me the whole way there. She's like, oh, is that a cop? Oh, I think that was a cop. Dude, you're going off the road. And she's just fucking with me all the way back. It's like, bitch, why are you doing this? This is because she thought it was funny. So we get back to her dorm. Now, all I've got to do is get out of her truck, go get in my car, which is parked right there, drive a mile and a half to my apartment, and just go to sleep. Never occurs to me to do that. I sit and I wait in her truck for her to go get her toothbrush, and then I drive her ass back to Warner Robins and go sleep on the goddamn dude's house also she can get laid. Now, who was the better one?